First up, we have the 2021 Crossing the Delaware quarter. This coin is part of the America the Beautiful series, which celebrates important moments in U.S. history. The Crossing the Delaware quarter shows the famous event when George Washington crossed the Delaware River during the American Revolutionary War in 1776. On the coin, you can see Washington standing in a boat, leading his troops across the icy river. This moment was a key part of the American Revolution and played a big role in the success of the country's fight for independence. The design on this quarter really brings that moment to life and is a special reminder of our history. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of these 2021 Crossing the Delaware quarters are more valuable than others. Normally, the coin is worth just 25 cents, but some have rare minting errors that make them worth a lot more. Now, what's a minting error? Well, it's when something goes wrong during the process of making the coin, and it ends up being different from the rest. One of the most common errors with the 2021 Crossing the Delaware quarter is called a mismatched die error. Let me explain what that means. Coins are made by a machine that presses a design, called a die, onto the coin. Normally, everything lines up just right, but sometimes, the design doesn't match up correctly. This can happen when the die gets misaligned or if it's worn out. When this happens, the image on the coin might look off-center, blurry, or doubled. In the case of the 2021 Crossing the Delaware quarter, you might see Washington or the boat looking a little strange. It could be blurry, or parts of the design might not line up correctly. This is called the mismatched die error, and it makes the coin much more valuable. Why is that? Well, error coins are much rarer than regular coins, so collectors get excited when they find one. The more obvious the error and the better the condition of the coin, the more it's worth. A normal 2021 Crossing the Delaware quarter is worth 25 cents, but if you find one with this error, it could be worth $1,000 or more. If you're going through your coins and find one of these quarters, it's a good idea to check it carefully. Look for any design mistakes, like if the image is off-center or looks blurry. If you find a mismatched die error, you could be holding onto a coin that's worth a lot more than just 25 cents. Even if you don't find an error, the 2021 Crossing the Delaware quarter is still a cool coin to have in your collection. It celebrates a historic moment, and it's part of a series that's been really popular with collectors. But if you do find one with an error, you might just have a rare treasure on your hands. So, next time you're looking through your change, be sure to check for this coin. You never know, you might have something worth a small fortune. The 2022 Wilma Mankiller quarter is part of the U.S. Women's Quarters program, which honors the contributions of important American women throughout history. Wilma Mankiller, featured on this quarter, was a trailblazer for Native American rights and empowerment. She made history as the first female principal chief of the Cherokee Nation, and her leadership and dedication to her people continue to be remembered today. This quarter celebrates her legacy and her role in Native American history. The design of the Wilma Mankiller quarter is both simple and powerful. It features a portrait of Wilma Mankiller, and around her image, you can see the inscriptions, Wilma Mankiller, and Cherokee Nation. The design beautifully represents her strong impact and leadership in the Cherokee community and Native American society as a whole. The quarter's design is not only a tribute to her but also to the ongoing importance of Native American culture and rights. While the design itself is meaningful, what really makes the 2022 Wilma Mankiller quarter valuable to collectors is a minting error that some of these coins have, a die crack. A die crack happens when the die used to strike the coin develops a crack. The die is the metal tool that presses the design onto the coin, and when a crack forms, it can transfer onto the coin during the minting process. Over time, this crack can become more visible, causing part of the design to look damaged or broken. In the case of the Wilma Mankiller quarter, some of these coins have a noticeable crack that runs through the design. This die crack can appear in different places, but it is often most visible across her portrait or the surrounding text. This is not a normal occurrence, and it makes the coin highly sought after by collectors who are looking for rare or unusual minting errors. Die crack errors like this are relatively rare, but when they do happen, they can make a coin much more valuable. The crack itself makes the coin unique, as no two die cracks are the same. The value of a Wilma Mankiller quarter with a noticeable die crack can be as high as $2,500 or more, depending on the size and prominence of the crack. The clearer and more dramatic the crack is, the higher the value. This makes these error coins an exciting find for collectors. Collectors are always looking for error coins, and a die crack error on the Wilma Mankiller quarter makes it especially desirable. Since these errors are not very common, they are highly prized in the coin collecting world. If you happen to find one of these quarters in your collection, you may have a valuable coin on your hands. If you're lucky enough to come across a 2022 Wilma Mankiller quarter with a die crack, it's definitely worth keeping. The error makes the coin one of a kind, and its value can be far greater than the quarter's face value. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting out, checking your quarters for errors could lead to discovering something truly special. Conclusion. So there you have it. These 4 rare and valuable US coins are worth some serious money, but what makes them even more interesting is the unique history and design behind each one. Whether it's the 2021 Crossing the Delaware quarter with its double die error, the 2022 Maya Angelou quarter with a misaligned die, the 2007 Idaho quarter with a double strike error, or the 2022 Wilma Mankiller quarter with a die crack, each of these coins has a story to tell. If you come across any of these rare coins in your collection or while coin hunting, be sure to take a close look at their details. A small error or unique feature could be the key to unlocking their full value. Who knows, you might just have a hidden treasure in your hands. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about these rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and interesting stories. See you in the next video.